Whoa, it's definitely warming up now, and this is my first real visit to the plot. I'm just going to do the harvest today, and so I thought I'd give you a quick tour whilst I've got all these outdoor beds opened up. And yeah, there's quite a lot going on actually. So this is my spinach bed, my youngest spinach bed, and it's coming on really nicely. So I'm initially start harvesting it for salad spinach, and it's not far off being ready for that. Got a few turnips there, got some next succession of the salad spinach there. Got my garlic here, and well, one of several garlic beds, and that's coming on quite nicely. And then where those black plastic plant pots are, that's where the big red cabbages are going to go. Got the sprouts there, they're just starting to blow. What I always do with my sprouts is I leave all of the manky ones, you know, the poor quality ones on the plant so that they blow at this time of year, because I really love those blown sprouts. They're so tender, and it's a great way basically of not wasting the poor quality ones. And yeah, then I'll pick up the camera and I'll just sort of take you around the rest of it. Oh, and I better explain what these tin cans are for, because people always ask me. So they're originally there just to hold the fleece off the spinach, and now they're there just to deter the birds. I find that the birds, they don't like these kind of rattly, shiny objects. It doesn't stop them completely, but I'm pretty convinced it helps. And then this is going to be potatoes, and then Brussels, and this is going to be shallots, and then I don't know what else later on. Got me two little fan trained apple and pear trees, and then I've got my apple, cherry and another pear tree here, and then elephant garlic down here. And you'll see that some of the elephant garlic is in kind of clumps, and what I do is I thin those clumps out later on in sort of May time, and they make a really nice leek, because by then all my leeks will have gone. So I love this kind of wild elephant garlic bed. I've got a slightly more ordered one as well, but this one's my favourite. And I've got some blueberries here, and let's move on. Oh, gooseberries there. Yeah, just a few scrappy lettuces in this bed. Goodness knows how many successions of things I've had in here, but anyway, I've got salad, onions and lettuces right now. And at that end, I'll zoom in a minute, I've got the current bed of the Rubino cooking spinach. Going to be clearing that soon and getting it replaced with I don't know, Asian greens and lettuces, I think. Some bags of mushroom compost, and they're going to go in this bed, because this bed's going to be my winter cabbage bed, well, autumn and winter cabbage bed, so red cabbages and Savoy cabbages. Right now it's carrots. Carrots are sowed back in May last year, and they're Eskimo. They hold really well in the ground. I'll show you them when I've done the harvest, but they're looking really nice. And I always cut the tops off in sort of late October time, when there's no more carrot fly about, and that means I can just sort of put lettuces and things like that in the gaps, and it just makes the whole thing just more manageable. And this bed was cabbages as well, sorry, cabbage, it was carrots as well. They're all harvested now, so this will be cleared by the end of April, so I can put my cabbages in. Purple sprouting broccoli underneath this mesh just to keep the pigeons off, and I just pull it up like that just so I can get access. Raspberries just coming into leaf, and then down here we've got cauliflowers, calabrese, cauliflowers in succession, all interplanted into the spinach beds. I'll just show you one of those. This is my ever-bearing strawberry bed. They're just starting to push through this wood chip mulch now, and it should be looking a lot more interesting next time I do a tour. And then there we've got some more elephant garlic. Favourite bed at the moment, all this lovely tatsoi, red stem pak choi, all tatsoi, and little baby kales in the gaps. Lovely salad bed. salad onion bed. And this is actually my asparagus bed, but the asparagus and the salad onions, they play together really nicely, and all the salad onions will obviously be harvested before the asparagus needs to be left to grow on. And in here I've got my tough ball overwintered sort of Japanese onions coming on quite nicely. And then just down here got my next batch of cabbages, Savoys interplanted with red stem pak choi, and spring cabbages interplanted with tatsoi. My winter beetroot bed, and it's now my summer red cabbage bed. And I've just got a few beetroot there to harvest today. Another spinach bed, which is going to be cleared pretty soon. This is gorgeous though. This is my little seating area with pull-up bars and stuff. But also I've got my peas down there, raspberries at the back, and broad beans down there. So the peas and the broad beans should be harvested in time for me to get sort of one last sort of crop of French beans, hopefully. Got some leeks, just the last few leeks really, and second early strawberries. Some really nice baby kales, and these are so nice, these are so tender. I'm really happy with these. Just starting to go to seed now, like all the kales. A few more spring cabbages a bit further on. My furthest on cauliflowers. All my cauliflowers are a mix of graffiti, which come second, and got the name of the white one. I'll have to put it up as an overlay. Anyway, let's quickly get inside the polytunnel because it's getting a bit windy again. Red gooseberries, a few more strawberries, and yeah, first early strawberries coming on okay. The super earlies are doing really well in the greenhouse. So what you notice probably, well, you won't notice because you can't see it yet, but in the greenhouse I have all my early stuff. So I'm just about to put my early peppers in there, my early tomatoes will go in there, my early cucumbers and all that sort of thing. So in here I can afford to be late. So I like to have everything sort of planted up. I've got lettuces down here, some beetroot here, and there's a mix here of new season lettuces and the overwintered ones that I planted out in October. So these are really scrappy and horrible now, but all the new season stuff's really nice. So I've got some parsley, some broad beans, some peas, and again in the greenhouse the peas are sort of lush and in flower, so I get a nice succession. I've got my first batch here of potatoes, and I've got a mix of Swift which come first, then Vita Noir, the purpley ones, you can see the purple on the leaves, which come second, and then the Charlottes which come third. So that gives us a sort of nice succession. And then the next batch are just about to be potted on. And then underneath the trestle table there we've got the Calabrese, well, you can see that there. I'll see if I can get a better shot for you. There's the Calabrese, lettuces down the edge, Claytonia here, which is amazing. Your early beetroot. Yeah, I think, oh no, carrots. So when the big bed of carrots finishes outside, these should be ready. So these are timed to be ready in May, beginning of May. The outside ones finish at the end of April. Got a few turnips there. I've got some more carrots there for June, early June. And then these will be sort of late June. I've got some more carrots. So basically, and then I switch over to carrots grown in the ground. Much prefer carrots grown in the ground, but it's hard to get early carrots. They take up so much space for so much time. So I don't really like them in the ground over winter. very likely to get eaten by slugs as well. Well, here we are. I've finished the harvest at last. It does take me a couple of hours to do a harvest, and Debbie's busy with it as well. It's the hardest I work all week, I think. Anyway, let's have a quick look what we've got. So we've got some purple sprouting broccoli, some Jerusalem artichokes, sprouts, red cabbage leaves. I really like those. I had loads of those in my steamed veg mix this week. Very nice. Yacon, plenty of yacon left. Loads of onions left, and shallots and garlic and squash. Leeks, looking lovely, aren't they, those leeks? Colettes are looking very nice. Colette leaves, picking a few of those now. And yeah, working my way through the last few potatoes. I've just got enough to last me till the end of April, basically. Harvesting sort of that quantity each week. And carrots starting, you can notice a slight decline in the quality of the carrots now. But, they haven't got long to last, just another 5 weeks. Beetroot, almost the last of the beetroot from the ground, and that's one of the first beetroot from the store, the golden one. Kales, loads of lovely kales. And loads of spinach. So all of this here and all the way down here is all spinach, and those 2 bags of spinach as well. We've run out of containers. Salad onions and onion tops. So the onion, if we get, back in February when we had some onions sprouting like this, which are fine to eat, perfectly acceptable, but we planted a few of them that had loads of sprouts coming off, and we've got all these onion greens here, so we've been eating those. They're quite nice in the salads. I like them more than Debbie does. And then these are all the sort of sprinkles on top of the lettuce mixes. So the lettuce mixes are all underneath here. And I've got some spinach to go in, some lamb's lettuce to go in, there's 2 of those, some claytonia, some redstone pak choi, some baby beet leaves, some more baby beet leaves down here, and baby chard leaves, and some tatsoi, and some more tatsoi. So I'll make up those salads so you can see the end result. And then I like to add my own sort of sprinkles on top. So I like to add grapes and carrots into mine. And we do have radishes, but I always seem to forget something. And this week I forgot the radishes. So we'll have plenty of radishes next week. Anyway, I'm pleased with that. That's a good harvest for March. And, it picks up a bit in April from here, but I don't really want to harvest much more than this. This is about what we get through in a week. My local family and a couple of friends and a neighbour. And, so any more than that, and it starts to sort of be a bit of a challenge, figuring out who to give it to and managing supply and demand. But when it's just the table like this is what we get through, so this is not a problem. This is exactly what I'm looking for every week of the year. So I hope you like that quick tour around. If you're interested in the crazy way that I garden, then do check out my newsletter. You can find that at steverichards.substack.com, and there's a link to that in the description, along with links to all my other resources, my ebook and everything. So I'll see you soon.